still got it. I know I got it. I know I got it. Even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back. Cause you know I got it. And she look good, don't she? On top of that.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Warriors 70, Buffalo 18.
Hooker to throw right away. Over the middle, it's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Cup 19, Cup 19, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Throwing, Hooker. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
That's a great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, this guy's been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on third. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Marr is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Off play action. Here's Hooker. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Bennett now on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. Dances by him. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A give running right is Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw is Bennett. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Rams are once again back in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Okay,
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Hooker. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. And it'll be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself, you don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bennett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Let's go.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 Lions. Go.
From the gun, it's Hooker. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ooh, the juke. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Throwing here on 3rd, Bennett. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 3rd and 8. Bennett looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now they'll look to throw with Bennett. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Step ready. On the ball, on the ball.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because Everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A short throw taken in by Long. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. It's Bennett going to have another throw here. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he is going to have a Rams first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. On the give, this is Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Bennett here out of the shotgun. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got him in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
First down, they go back to A-Chain. Oh, nice move. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 more on that one and another first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Hooker now off play action. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on two straight plays. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Hooker. Rolling to his right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Go, Reed, go! Go!
A-Chain is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spot on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? They've been in attack mode, trying to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then in the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Bennett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Bennett now. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Here comes 2nd down.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! 79 Broncos!
Throwing here is Hooker. This is caught by Waddle. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Ready? Check it.
Now Hooker. And he's got his man on the out route.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Count to 11.
Here's Hooker. Escaping the pressure right. He dumps it off to A-Chain.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Ready?
Here's third down at 5. Hooker to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. First and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Ready, set.
Here's second down. A-Chain gets it from the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. This is first and 10. Hooker's looking to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll come up first and 10 here. Now Bennett. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. They'll come up now. This is second and long. Bennett. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Inside the 20. Count him now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped him to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. What a change in this ball game in the fourth quarter, Charles. They just completely took over, and not only did they get the lead, they end up winning somewhat comfortably.
And when we spent time talking with them before the game, they made sure that we knew that they thought that they were the better team in this one, and they never lost that thought or lost that focus, and they played like it in the fourth quarter. That's how you author a late comeback and get a win.
So for Miami, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, all right, I got him. Instead, look, yeah. Full court press, so full blitz, we going all out. It don't matter any time of day, I came to ball out. We TCG, never duck a smoker, any call out. Better be ready to go to war until we fall out.